Hello and welcome to Broadbean Raceway for the sprint race of round 4 of Chase the Sunset. The drivers will be led away by Espadretti, followed by Unicorn, then John Boy, Kevman, myself, McFlurry and Slim Jim at the rear, and the drivers are away for 20 minutes of going as fast as they can without destroying their tyres or running out of fuel. Looks like a good clean getaway on the first corner, that very tricky tight first corner. Espadretti there looking a little bit unstable, and Unicorn as well, so drivers are going to be watching out for them. One of the drivers watching them is John Boy, who'll be looking to get past these drivers and into clear air as soon as he can. There we go, about a 31-second lap, so there can be a lot of laps. Kevman having a look at John Boy. Can't quite make that happen. But it's not going to stop him. Kevman and John Boy often battling in this series. And at the back there we've got a McFlurry versus a Grandpa as well. So there's battling up and down the field. And they won't stop. Kevman and John Boy side by side. Looks like Kevman just sweeping through underneath, and that's Kevman up into third place. John Boy will no doubt try and get back at him, but for now Kevman the man on the move, and he'll be trying to look at a move on Unicorn as soon as he can, because he's not going to want to follow a car with lag. Nobody wants to follow a car with lag. Unicorn there looking to the outside of Pedretti. Couldn't make it work, trying to carry more speed through that bank corner. Unicorn closing in, Pedretti closes the door, and that allows Kevman to get up alongside, and Kevman there going for second place. Unicorn sweeps back underneath with the switchback, and first, second and third resumed. In the background there, McFlurry's made it past John Boy, so McFlurry, another driver on the move. Sense that perhaps John Boy is saving fuel at this point, so he can turn his engine up later, maybe saving his tyres, so he's got more grip towards the end of the race. Slim Jim up ahead there, not the fastest of drivers. Oh! That was Kevman we've just lost. So Kevman with everything to do again. Meanwhile, Unicorn having a look at Pedretti. We've got McFlurry in the pits, so McFlurry's got damage, Kevman's got damage. I kind of think that maybe those two things are connected. But McFlurry and Kevman have come together, and because they're trying to just lap Slim Jim. John Boy's cruised up behind the top three. We've got a Grandpa out very wide there at the background. In fact, that's a Grandpa into the pits, so another damaged car. Those three are going to have a lot of work to do to catch back up again. I think they may even all already be lapped, so that's going to put the cat among the pigeons when they try and unlap themselves. In fact, there is McFlurry a lap down, just behind John Boy. Oh, this is going to get a little bit chaotic. Unicorn out wide there, that allows John Boy to catch right up. Couldn't quite make the move, but he definitely closed up behind Unicorn. And now we've got back markers in amongst the lead lap cars. There we've got McFlurry on the back of John Boy, albeit a lap down. He's on fresh rubber, he'll have more fuel, which means that McFlurry can make his engine a little bit hotter, and that's going to really help him out. Just behind McFlurry we see Kevman. The two of them a little bit dangerous when they're close together apparently, but we'll leave them to it. And John Boy there getting severely hampered by the back markers coming through. He won't be pleased about that. But they're having their own race as well. There's a lot of racing action to go. They can still come back in, and McFlurry has unfortunately dropped it. Meanwhile, John Boy taking advantage of the carnage and chaos to get around the outside of Unicorn. Great move, very brave. Unicorn much slower. Did Unicorn take damage in that instant there with McFlurry? We'll have to wait and see if Unicorn pits for repairs. Andretti behind John Boy now. John Boy on a bit of a charge. Andretti coming back at him. We've seen these two drivers in this series go absolutely hammer and tong, and they're not giving up right now, giving us the show that we deserve. Unicorn very hot into that first corner. I'm desperate to try and get on the back of this pack. We've got a Grandpa coming through, but that's a lapped Grandpa, so that's not position. Here we go. Fresh tyres, higher engine mode. See you later. This of course is probably going to annoy the front two cars, but what can you do? You can't just make your car fly, or I mean, you can, but it wouldn't do you much good. It would end badly. BB Raceway, a very tough track to overtake on. The left and right is so fast. It's hard to position the car. We've got a good braking zone here, which is good for overtaking. As you can see, about 4 wide into that corner. That was a bit brave. Unicorn there gets Pedretti in all of that carnage and confusion as the lapped cars are coming through. John Boy getting mugged by them as well. Oh! McFlurry hit John Boy. I think John Boy's okay, but he's not going to be too pleased about that. That could have been his lead all over. I think McFlurry's out of the way now, so we're back to lapped cars have unlapped themselves, apart from Slim Jim. John Boy, Unicorn and Pedretti now free to continue their battle. Will any of the lapped cars be able to catch up before the end of the race? Unicorn with a good chance here. It's a braking zone, but it's Pedretti who moves out of the slipstream. Pedretti dive into the inside. Oh, almost had the inside for the next corner, but Unicorn taking that wider, faster line. Very little to choose from between these drivers, but Unicorn out a little bit wide there. That's left uncompromised. Oh, and the back end has gone. The back end on these GT by Citroen cars, very squirmy on these sorts of tracks. And that is Pedretti through into second place. And while Unicorn and Pedretti are fighting, John Boy is scampering away in the lead. Just over halfway in the race, but John Boy in the lead being hounded by Pedretti. Unicorn in third, and just in the background there we can see Kevman catching back up. I presume Kevman's still got a little bit more rubber than these guys in front, and maybe a little bit more in the way of fuel. But Slim Jim here in the way. John Boy's going to be eager to get past Slim Jim as soon as possible. Pedretti moves to the outside. There's no move on there, but it seems to have an overspeed here. Pedretti goes to the lead. Oh, John Boy blocked off by the back marker, who gets shoved out of the way very unceremoniously. These drivers wanted to get on with their race. John Boy wants to get his lead back. Unicorn perhaps sensing there that there's an opportunity while these two are fighting, and this has all allowed Kevman to get right back into the fight. So we've got a 4-way battle for the lead once more, and Kevman going up the outside. Kevman makes it through past Unicorn. Oh, and perhaps there into the back of John Boy. It did look as though John Boy got tipped out there by one of the drivers, and to form the leader possibly having damage. Oh, he's struggling to get that car moving again. Just couldn't quite get it turned around. So John Boy now a long way back, possibly damaged and a lot to do. Oh, got into the side of the Grandpa Mobile. Oh, and that is a lot of damage there. Well, the stewards aren't going to be pleased with that one. Back to the front. Kevman in third, Unicorn in second, Pedretti in first, John Boy and myself both in the pits with damage. John Boy used a lot of fuel, so he was never making it to the end anyway, which makes you wonder just how much fuel Pedretti and Unicorn are carrying. It looks as though the drivers have I picked a strategy that involves them having to stop for repairs at some point. They were expecting carnage. John Boy out of the pits, 6th place and a lap down. So with just 8 minutes to go, John Boy with a lot of work to do. We've got a car the wrong way around, not quite sure who that is. We're about to come past and find out. Oh, that's a Grandpa once again, nose into the barrier. The race goes from bad to awful. Pedretti goes out wide. We've got Kevman up the outside rather, and round the outside. Brave move, pulls it off. Kevman takes the lead of the race once again. That is John Boy at the back, but that's John Boy a lap down, so he won't be getting any positions here. But look how he's caught up with them on that fresh rubber. He's probably put some more fuel in as well, so John Boy can just put his foot down, charge to the end, and maybe even undercut anybody who hasn't got the fuel to go all the way to checkered flag. It might be a master stroke, we'll have to wait and see. Pedretti back through into the lead. And I think Kevman looking again. Yes, Kevman back through. What a massive battle these two are having. It's titanic. And Unicorn just sitting there waiting for the right opportunity. Maybe waiting for the two of them to destroy each other's race. About 4 minutes to go. And I think Unicorn, yes, Unicorn's just peeled off. Unicorn there without enough fuel to continue, so Unicorn having to make a forced stop. Does that mean that Pedretti is also light on fuel? So I think we'll find that Kevman has more fuel out of the two of these drivers, can go harder for longer, which you'll be very pleased to hear. McFlurry, after his troubles in this race, is up into 3rd place. In fact, McFlurry not too far back. There you go, you can see the two lead cars in the distance, but I'm not sure if McFlurry's on the lead lap. I think he is. John Boy pitting, looks like he's forgotten to put fuel in when he stopped to repair his car. So things go from bad to worse for John Boy. There's McFlurry with Unicorn, but Unicorn there just unlapping himself. Unicorn going for a full-on sprint. Meanwhile, Kevman and Pedretti still battling it out at the front. Pedretti going up the inside there, retaking the lead. Oh! I think Pedretti there may have had a nudge from behind from Unicorn. Maybe not. We couldn't really see it from that angle. But one thing's for sure, Pedretti went around. Could have damage. Now Kevman leads, but it's not much of a lead because McFlurry's right there. McFlurry going for the lead. What a recovery drive McFlurry's having. If he can hold the lead for a couple more minutes, that's all he'll need to win. He's going to be absolutely on it, eyes on stalks, heart beating out of his chest until the end of the race. Kevman seems to be dropping away a little bit. I don't know if McFlurry's got more underneath them at his disposal. We've got some lapped cars coming through. It looks like John Boy and the Grandpa Mobile. Oh! John Boy there hit the barrier and ricocheted. I think he hit Kevman. There'll be some choice words going on in that cockpit and across the team radio, which I'm sure that would not be transmittable to the public. Oh, penalty there for McFlurry. His lead is gone. Kevman back into first. We see Pedretti catching up in the background. There's only a couple of laps to go. Can't be making mistakes like that. McFlurry pushing with everything he's got. He's got to try and get away from Pedretti, who is closing in fast. What he needs to do is leapfrog Kevman, So he's got some sort of back marker. In fact, Kevman there, with a squeal of tyres, goes down to third place. Excuse me, Mr. or Mrs. Director. We didn't see what happened, but clearly Kevman dropped it. Whether it was assisted or not, we'll never know, thanks to that awful camera angle. Pedretti there comes past McFlurry, and I think this could be the last lap. This could well be the last lap. Unicorn's parked. I think Unicorn's out of fuel. John Boy finishes 5th. And here we go. Pedretti about to cross the line, but is McFlurry going to get him? It's a drag race. S. Pedretti wins just ahead of McFlurry by a whisker. The Grandpa Mobile there in 3rd place. Slim Jim going very slowly. There's Kevman in 4th. Unicorn in 6th. So everybody finished in a very strange order. But ultimately it was S. Pedretti who won the sprint race. Well done. McFlurry a very close 2nd. If you enjoyed that sprint race, then I hope you'll stick around for the future race on this channel. And until then, I want to say a big thank you to our channel sponsor Button Bashers for PCs, consoles, games and accessories. Thank you to our patrons for supporting the channel in their unique way. And of course to our Discord members for taking part in these events. Until next time, be good to yourselves, be good to those around you. Bye bye for now.